What is going on, everybody? Today I have a little bit of a theory about the upcoming legends and all that for MLB The Show. There's going to be 30. They already said that. Now there's 30 MLB teams. Okay? My prediction, and I totally could be wrong, and by the time you see this video, well, you'll have about a 2-hour buffer where you may be like, oh yeah, I totally buy this. And then the stream is going to come out and they're going to show the legend, and I could be totally off. And if I am off, that's okay. Like I said, this is a prediction. If I'm right, I look like a genius. If I'm wrong, I mean, it's just a prediction at the end of the day. It doesn't hurt. Plus, it's kind of fun to go through and see what players could be or could not be added. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you 30 players from each team and tell you their overall and what I think, what type of card they would be, and all that fun stuff. So my face is going to go away, and I'll show you what players I think will be in MLB The Show 19. So the first one I think will be in the game. We're going to go in order, so AL East, AL Central, AL West, NL East, you get the point. So the first one I actually think is going to be a big one. It's the highest overall I actually have. It's going to be a 98 overall. Pedro Martinez, 23-4 in 1999. He had a 2.07 ERA with 213 innings pitched, 313 Ks, and a whip of a 0.932. Pedro would obviously be a god in MLB The Show. Then we go to the New York Yankees. We got Bernie Williams, 90 overall, 1998. Hit 339, had 26 home runs, 97 RBIs, 74 walks. He was an all-star, a gold glover, and 7th in MVP. Again, he'd be a 90 overall in my opinion. Then we go to the Tampa Bay Rays. We got Carl Crawford, who in 2010, he hit 307, 19 home runs, 90 RBIs. He was an all-star, a gold glover, silver slugger, and was 7th in MVP. He'd be at 87 in my opinion. We got Sir Carlos from the Toronto Blue Jays. You guys will see some clips of these players as well. So you guys, some of these players I'm not going to be able to pronounce their last names. Like this player, I won't be able to pronounce his last name, so if anything, I'll put it on the screen so you guys could see it yourself. In 2003, he had 42 home runs, 145 RBIs. He hit 302, had an OPS of a 1.019, and was an all-star, a silver slugger, and 2nd MVP voting. I think Carlos would be a 94 overall. Last one in the AL East, Boog Powell is a 92 overall, 1970. He hit 35 home runs, 114 RBIs. He was an all-star and an MVP. Again, that was in 1970. In the AL Central, we have Cliff Lee, who was recently leaked inside the Road to the Show video, which I will bring that up for another player later. But Cliff Lee would be a 92 overall, in my opinion. In 2008, he posted a 22-3 win-loss record, a 2.54 ERA. He had 223 innings pitched, 170 strikeouts, and was an all-star and a Cy Young winner. Minnesota Twins, I think they would have Torrey Hunter. I think Torrey Hunter needs to be in the game. He's one of the better players of all of baseball, and plus I just personally have a bias. I love Torrey Hunter. He would be a 90 overall in my opinion. He had 29 home runs, 94 RBIs, batted .289, was an all-star and 6th of MVP, not to mention he was a gold glover in that year. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce this name, but you see his name on the screen. 2007, he had 54 doubles, 28 homers, 139 RBIs, batted .363 for the whole season. He was an all-star, a silver slugger, and somehow was 2nd in MVP voting. I think that card would be a 96 overall. Chicago White Sox got Jermaine Dye. This would be strictly a postseason card. He had a 438 average, a 1.214 OPS in the World Series sweep over Houston. Mike Sweeney in 2000, 89 overall, 29 home runs, 144 RBIs, 333, and was an all-star. I realize it's not that great, but the Royals honestly didn't have too many players. Now looking at the AL West, we got Lance Berkman, 92 overall. In 2006, he posted a 315 average, 45 home runs, 136 RBIs, 98 walks, and an OPS of a 1.041. He was also an all-star and 3rd in MVP voting. A common one that you guys think are going to be released today is Ricky Henderson. I hope you're right, because I would love to have someone like Ricky, although I think this card wouldn't be that great. Now, I looked at his 1990 stats, and the only real stat he had was 119 runs. He stole 65 swipes, and he had boasted a 325 batting average. Personally, I think that card would be an 87 overall. If they're going to keep immortals, I think eventually he'd be an immortal. Seattle Mariners, Jamie Moyer. 2003, posted a 21-7 win-loss, 3.27 ERA, 129 strikeouts, 1.223 WHIP, and I think he'd be an 89 overall. Los Angeles Angels, we got Bobby, I'm not even going to try, 86 overall in my opinion. 1979, he posted a .294 batting average, 30 home runs, 101 RBIs, and an all-star. Although he did have a big moment in the playoffs, I believe, that season. Of course, we got Pudge, who was also, well, not leaked, but released. And in 1999, I think this card would be the one he gets. 1999, .332 batting average, 35 home runs, 113 RBIs, and a .914 OPS. I think that card would personally be a 96 overall. Going to the National League, we have the Atlanta Braves, Tom Glavine. 93 overall, in my opinion. 1991, we got a 20-11 win-loss record, a 246 innings pitched, 2.55 ERA, 192 strikeouts. He was the Cy Young winner. Again, I think 93 overall. Washington Nationals, we got Tim Raines, 92 overall, 1986. He posted a 3.34 average. He had 78 walks, 62 RBIs, 70 stolen bases. He was an all-star and a Silver Slugger. Philadelphia Phillies, Steve Carlton, 95 overall, 1980, 24-9 record, 2.34 ERA, 304 innings pitched, 286 strikeouts. He was an all-star and also a Cy Young winner. Dwight Gooden, 96 overall for the New York Mets, 1984. He posted a 17-9 record, a 2.6 ERA, 218 innings, 276 strikeouts. Now, mind you, he had almost 80 less innings pitched than Steve Carlton, and he was only 10 strikeouts behind him. Ridiculous. So that means he had 11.4 strikeout per nine in that season. He was an all-star, second in Cy Young, and also that was his rookie year, which he won Rookie of the Year. Miami Marlins, Gary Sheffield. This card will be a bit of a higher overall card. In case I didn't mention it, Dwight Gooden would be a 96 overall, in my opinion. Miami Marlins, Gary Sheffield, 97 overall. 1996, he posted a 314 batting average, 42 home runs, 120 RBIs, 142 walks, an OPS of 1.090, All-Star, and a Silver Slugger. Moving on to the NL Central. Gorman Thomas from the Milwaukee Brewers. 93 overall. He only batted .244, but he had 45 home runs, 23 RBIs. This card would be strictly an all-or-nothing hitter, considering he had 175 strikeouts. He was 7th in MVP voting. The Brewers didn't have a lot of options, I'm just going to be honest. Chicago Cubs, Ron Santo. 1967, 94 overall, 300 batting average, 31 home runs, 98 RBIs, 96 walks. He was 4th in MVP that season and a Gold Glover. Now, we have the St. Louis Cardinals. Rogers Hornsby, I have a little bit of a theory on him. I'm putting it on the screen so you guys can see it now. I'm just going to leave it there. You guys can let me know what you think about that. In 1925, at a .403 batting average, 1.245 OPS, 39 home run, 143 RBIs, and was also the MVP. The dead ball era, I don't even know if that was in the dead ball. It might have been the end of the dead ball era, but regardless, that is ridiculous numbers. Pittsburgh Pirates, Honus Wagner, 90 overall. For Rogers Hornsby, I think he'd be about a 96, 97. Honus Wagner, 90 overall, 1912, .324 batting average. He only had 7 home runs, 101 RBIs, and 26 swipes. He was second in MVP voting. Then we move on to the Cincinnati Reds. Ernie Lambardi, 91 overall, 1938, had 19 home runs, 95 RBIs, .342 batting average. He was an all-star and an MVP in that season. Moving on to the NL West, Kirk Gibson. I think just alone for his 1988 World Series, I think he should be in about an 89 overall. I think maybe he can be a little higher, a little less. We'll see what type of card he actually gets if he is put into the game. A lot of people think he's going to be in the game, and I agree. Colorado Rockies, Larry Walker, 1997, 94 overall, 49 home runs, 130 RBIs, an OPS of a 1.172, an All-Star, an MVP, a Gold Glover, and a Silver Slugger. Larry Walker would be deadly in MLB The Show. Arizona Diamondbacks, 2006, Brandon Webb, 91 overall, 16-8, 3.10 ERA, 170 strikeouts. He was an All-Star and a Cy Young winner. Now we move on to the Giants, where we have Matt Williams, 1994. He had 43 home runs, 96 RBIs. He was an All-Star, a second and MVP, Gold Glove, Silver Slugger, and I think he would be a 93 overall. I'm not even going to attempt that. You guys see it. 97 overall, 1996, 40 home runs, 130 RBIs, .326 batting average, a 1.028 OPS, an All-Star, an MVP, a Gold Glover, and a Silver Slugger. Now that's the end of my list. You guys can let me know what you guys think. I'm curious to know what you guys think. You guys can let me know, of course, if you guys think I'm totally off, if you think I have a point. I don't know. You guys can let me know. I want to do more videos like this. We'll see what happens, though. We'll see if you guys enjoy it. If you guys did, please be sure to leave a like. If you guys are new here, be sure to sub. And I will see you guys in the next one.
Tonight we are losing this fight, or help our souls tonight. Is no one on our side who's gonna help our souls tonight. No one here to help our souls tonight. It's on me, it's on you.